Governor Mike Pence of Indiana went on ABC's Sunday morning show this week with George Stephanopoulos to try to stop the bleeding this weekend after the new so-called religious freedom law that he signed last week led to nationwide calls for a boycott of the state of Indiana. Governor Pence went on Mr. Stephanopoulos' show to clarify what he said were national misunderstandings about that bill. And it was very awkward.
So this is a yes or no question. Is Advance America right when they say a florist in Indiana can now refuse to serve a gay couple without fear of punishment?
Well, let me explain to you the
yes
purpose
or no?
of this.
If a florist in Indiana refuses to serve a gay couple at their wedding, is that legal now in Indiana?
George, this is where this debate has gone.
It said it would protect a Christian florist who against any kind of punishment. Is that true or not?
George, look, the issue here is, is tolerance a two-way street or not? Two-way street.
So when you say tolerance is a two-way street, does that mean that Christians who want to refuse service, or people of any other faith who want to refuse service to gays and lesbians, that it's now legal in the state of Indiana? That's a simple yes or no question.
George, the question here is if there is a government
yes or no question, Governor. Do you think it should be legal in the state of Indiana to discriminate against gays or lesbians?
George,
it's a yes or no question. Yes or no, should it be legal to discriminate against gays and lesbians?
George, you're following the mantra of the last week online, and you're trying to make this issue about something else.
If you're wondering why George Stephanopoulos had to keep asking that same question, what was that, 6 times? It's because obviously Mike Pence never answered it. Not like he only partly answered it or he gave a vague or internally contradictory answer. He just literally never even tried to answer it. Instead, it just got more and more and more pained by the fact that George, ta-da, problem solved, issue clarified. Here's how bad Mike Pence's interview was. The leaders of the Indiana House and Senate, Mike Pence's Republican colleagues who sent him that bill to sign, called a press conference this morning to themselves try to further clarify what the bill was meant to do. When they were asked by a reporter whether they called this press conference this morning because of Mike Pence's performance on TV yesterday, their response was, let me get the exact quote here, their response was, yes, and I quote, yes. And of course, the reason there is so much clarifying going on is that everybody in America is dropping Indiana like a hot potato because of this bill. Tim Kook, CEO of Apple, the world's most profitable company, right, wrote an op-ed in the Washington Post today slamming the Indiana bill. The CEOs of 9 of Indiana's largest companies wrote a letter to Governor Pence and legislative leaders today urging them to change the law, including Eli Lilly, Anthem, Roche Diagnostics, Angie's List, Dow AgroSciences. Unions and other big organizations are coming out against the law, canceling conferences in the state. Governor Pence tonight published an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal trying to talk people down about how they're freaking out about this bill. In his op-ed, the governor does finally sort of answer the question he wouldn't answer on ABC this weekend. If you are worried about gay people being denied service in Indiana businesses and restaurants, don't worry. Turns out, Governor Pence explains in the Wall Street Journal tonight, there is a plan for that. Quote, if I saw a restaurant owner refuse to serve a gay couple, I wouldn't eat there anymore. So if you were worried that gay people might be refused service by a business in Indiana now, don't worry. That could never happen because the state has decided to wield the grave threat of depriving individual businesses of Mike Pence's personal patronage. So clearly nobody will do it, even if it is now legal. It's going so well in Indiana now that 2 other states are thinking about following Mike Pence down this hole. In Arkansas, their bill's almost through the legislature. Governor Asa Hutchinson now says he will sign it. So much for his whole plan to attract tech businesses to that state. Arkansas's largest employer is Walmart, that liberal stalwart. Walmart is against the bill and lobbying against it, telling them not to do it, but Arkansas Republicans don't appear to care. In North Carolina, the powerful House leader in that state has also introduced a similar bill. But it seems like Governor Pat McCrory in North Carolina might have actually learned the lessons that Mike Pence has been mumble-mouthing about at the front of the class. When McCrory was asked about the North Carolina bill today, the governor said, it's not necessary. He said, quote, what is the problem they are trying to solve? Arkansas and North Carolina still have time to avert this disaster. But in Indiana, the deed is done. This is the law now. And it really, really is not going well for Indiana thus far. So what are they going to do about it?